Hey guys, it's a Patient Hodler coming at you with another video, and in this one I want to talk with you guys about two important topics in my opinion. The first one would be the development of the NFT space and the first famous frontrunners buying NFTs in our Veve app, and the second one would be missed opportunities also in crypto in general, Ecomi and the NFTs, and what we could think about this and how we should deal with those topics, and some general thoughts in the end. But before we start, please keep in mind that I am a crypto and NFT investor, but not a financial advisor. So please do your own research before you ape full retard into Ecomi and the Veve collectibles. Also, if you like this video, please let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Would be awesome if we could get to 1000 subscribers. A lot of you who watch the videos are not subscribed to the channel yet. But with that out of the way, let's get started. As you can see, I took you one more day outside into the forest, and you liked that the last time that I did it. So here we are again in nature, and in my opinion, it's always good to get a little bit away from the computer, away from CoinMarketCap and watching all the prices of your crypto portfolios or scanning the Veve market all the time for new bargains. Now that we don't have so many drops coming up, it's a good time to just get a little bit less digital and a little bit more nature. As you can see, these are refreshing places. But what I wanted to talk about with you is that we had a story posted from Christmas from Sergi Ramos, who is a famous player of Barcelona, and he has some 2.7 million followers, so round about double of what people are around in the Veve app. And he posted a story with his animated Captain America saluting in front of the Christmas tree, and that's exactly where we come out of the pioneer phase into the early adopter phase. You know, these concepts from product cycles, and that means that we have been in the pioneer phase in the last year, where the first people joined the app and even participated in the first drops of Batman and Donny and all of these things, and then some others joined the game until the first million, more or less, in my opinion, would be this pioneer phase. And if we imagine that we are now in the early adopter phase, that is when the first famous people, and there's also rumor about Hulk Hogan already being on the app and buying some collectibles, so that would be the first people entering the Veve and NFT space. So that would be the first people from the, let's say, celebrity space entering the Veve app. Some, of course, are around, some are probably around incognito, but this could be a very big catalyst for international and worldwide awareness for the product, and also in other countries that are watching soccer, that are following those accounts, that are one of these 2.7 million people. And this is where Veve doesn't even have to do marketing, because these people go into the app, buy something for 10, 20,000 gems, and then show off and brag with it. For example, we know that Nicolas Cage is a very famous or a very convinced comic collector, so he could come into the app and buy some secret rare comics and show them off on his, let's say, Twitter or other social media channels. And this is something that would get the fans of those specific people involved, because they want to be like their idols and they want to follow the same trends as those people are following. So maybe we are not big soccer fans, but we should be aware that there are people that follow this specific player and they love him and I want to be like him, and so they will do everything like him as well. And in general, in crypto, we have seen that soccer salaries already have been paid, and also in basketball and in the US have been paid in crypto partially. I think Lionel Messi has received a part of his salary in Chile's coins, which is a token for football club fan token. So this is a big deal in my opinion, also very good project in my opinion. And in general, I think this is a hidden catalyst that could bring us more quickly than expected above 2 to 3 to 5 million. Now the second topic is missed opportunities, and I see this a lot when I talk with people. Had I only bought Bitcoin at 500, at 3.8 thousand, and some of you did, some of you went so early and had this vision that they bought at these prices, and they also bought maybe Ecomi at 0.001 cents and got a really good entry and have several millions of Ecomi. But I always see this especially from people that are new in the space, that they are looking at these pumped coins, like coins that went 30, 40, 50x, and had I only invested, now it's too late. So they look for something else that is really low and that hasn't pumped, that has not gotten any traction, and they try to have the next lottery ticket here. But in my opinion, as we can see with Bitcoin as well, there were people that bought Bitcoin for under $50 very, very early, and then there were people that bought it for $500, and every peak that Bitcoin hit, from 50 to 500, from 500 to 3.8 thousand, and from 3.8 thousand to 7-9 thousand. And from there to 10 and to 25,000, there's always another high, always another 10x happened. It doesn't mean that it has to happen again. But just if you assess this past development of Bitcoin, there were so many points where you could say, I'm too late, I missed this opportunity and I cannot get in anymore. And we see that exactly in the Veve app as well. Yes, the first Marvel comic was available for 5 gems, and I also bought one of those for 5 gems, so under drop price. But at that time, people were not willing to pay 100 times 5 gems and just stack up on it, because they didn't know. From that time, you didn't know how it would develop in the future, and from now on you don't know if it will go as high as some people say. Also, you don't know if you are not still early in that specific project or development. I mean, look at, for example, Michael Saylor came out these days and he said that he thinks Bitcoin will go to 6 million. Now, we were talking about 1 million before, because that's just some psychological number. Now it's 6 million, and this could be all true. But if you assess that, then Bitcoin would be a more than 100x investment at the moment to reach those points in the future. And the rest of the crypto space also has projects that have more than a 100x potential. For example, Ecomi, in my opinion. So is it really too late to invest in those projects just because they have seen a 5x or a 10x in the past? Hey, maybe at the short term it is, because you could wait for a cool off, but you can also wait too long. And if you wait too long, you don't get the next entry before the next 10x. And the reason why I say that is because especially the Veve collectibles, when we assess what we have said before, the movement or the 10x or the 5x, the first one just happened. But we all know what happens if 50 million people fight over 40,000 first Marvel comics. And this is just not the case. It's only 1 million, and a lot of people think at the moment that 200 euros or 200 gems is too expensive for one of those comics. But what if you would have 1 year fast forward, each of those with 10,000 euros? Then you would think again it's too expensive, but you would look back to the 200 gems price and you would say, had I only stacked 5 or 10 of these at 200 and just invested in this. And this is not financial advice. I'm not saying that you should buy exactly this comic at this specific price. Maybe we get another drop, maybe we don't. But what you should think is like assess the collectible, assess the situation, think where we are in the adoption curve at the moment and how much is there still to come for these collectibles, for the NFT space in general, for all that could happen with Metaverse, Nexusverse, linking the Ecomi to a specific project. So like Decentraland or Sandbox or all the other projects. So this is something that I just wanted to keep in mind, because I see this a lot in the discussions with other people. It's too late, they don't get into crypto anymore because it already has pumped, and then after 1 year they're like, oh shit, I should have gotten in. And yeah, then it's like the saying that Bitcoin at $1, 100, 1,000, they don't want, and at 100,000 suddenly everyone wants to get in, because then suddenly it's a real thing for them. But that's it. That's what I wanted to discuss for today. I hope you enjoy your Christmas holidays, get off from your usual routines and days, or maybe you have to work still until New Year's Eve, but then you can spend some time with your families. So hope this helps you a little bit, and make sure to let me know in the comments below what you think about certain collectibles and the OMI price, where it could go in your opinion. Some people called me delusional for saying it could get to $1, and I think I'm really convinced it can hit $1 with all the burn mechanics and all the utility and the development of the app, which I said. And if you don't believe that, then please explain why you're not believing that, or why you're believing that. Would be really interested in that. And with that said, wherever you are on the world, in a forest or at home, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, and see you in the next video.